Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about how we can learn to believe in ourselves. And I think this topic is super relevant. I know there are a lot of parents, especially moms, who watch my channel, and also just a lot of women. And I think as women, it's very hard to believe in ourselves. There are a lot of people, things, inner voices that we hear throughout the course of our life that tell us that we're not good enough, or we don't deserve the thing that we want, or that we're undervalued, underqualified, etc. Before we get into the video, for those of you who are new, welcome. Welcome to our family, welcome to our community. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Bridget, and I'm a parent and mindset coach. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I post videos every single Friday. And if you're not in our Facebook community, it's called Raising Me While Raising You. I'm going to leave the link in the description, but it is an awesome, amazing community filled with parents just like yourself, if you've clicked on this video, who are into personal growth, who are trying to gain confidence, get ahead in their career, control their emotions, fix their mindset, and so much more. But with that being said, let's get into the video. Have you guys ever felt like you were meant for something more? That something outside this prescribed life that you have is just calling to you? I felt that way so many times throughout my life, especially while I was in college. I was on the right career path, I was in a great school, I was in a great program, and things were coming together. I was heading into the end of my senior year, and something just felt off. It didn't feel like I was pursuing the thing that I was pursuing for the right reasons. I felt like I could give more to the world than what I was currently giving it. And when you're in that mindset, you have that perspective on life, whatever you're pursuing, you're not going to give it your best. You're not going to want it. You're not going to feel motivated. And that's exactly what happened until I made a choice to leave that all behind, a choice to get out of my comfort zone and, delve into something new, something that felt scary, but it was something that I really, really wanted to do. And that's why I started pursuing coaching, because there was that why in me. It's the kind of why that pushes you every day, that keeps you motivated, that tells you you can do it even though you have no idea what you're doing. So each of us have a choice. We have a choice to either stay in our comfort zone or get out of our comfort zone. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to a time in your life when you felt underqualified or undervalued, or that you just weren't good enough. Whether it was your own voice telling you that or someone else's, you know that feeling that I'm talking about. That feeling that becomes so painful that you just drop what you're doing and crawl back into your comfort zone over and over and over and over again. And we don't realize how much this affects us. But let's put it this way. What do you think is the number one thing that people on their deathbed regret? It's probably, I regret not taking that chance, or listening too much to the people around me who think they have a say about my life, when in reality they don't. And at first, when I made this uncomfortable choice, I lived in a constant state of rejection, not just by the people around me, especially my family, but for myself. The more you listen to those voices in your head that tell you you're underqualified, the more you're going to see it in your reality, the more it's going to affect how you grow. And it was especially difficult because the product that I was selling essentially was myself. And the more you feel rejected, whether it's by yourself or not, the harder and harder it becomes to exist, to sleep at night, to do daily tasks and just find motivation with things. But going back to that moment where you felt underqualified, you have a choice. You have a choice to listen to those critics, those outer critics and inner critics, all the voices, the chatter in your head. You have a choice. And whether it's one that you stay in your comfort zone, you feel suppressed, and you just hold back whatever it is that's inside you that you think you can give to the world, or it's making the choice to get outside the comfort zone. But that moment is a very, very critical one, because it's that choice that you make that affects everything else. And I know you might be thinking, well, is it so bad that I just want to stay in my comfort zone? I'm happy in my comfort zone. It's not bothering me. It's not painful enough. And that's fine. But one day you'll eventually get to a point where it is painful enough, where you can't stand living Groundhog Day over and over again, not feeling fulfilled, being suppressed, listening to that inner voice, not being able to do anything. I've been there and it was awful. I know that feeling. But look at it this way. Doing something and failing sounds daunting. It does. I used to think that way, that I would rather not do it because I'd rather not fail. But failing at doing something is pretty much just as painful as not doing that thing at all. Because regardless, you're failing. It's like that saying, like, you miss every shot you don't take. It's the truth. Because say if I went down that path and I was living that life, I felt unfulfilled, unmotivated, depressed, suppressed, all of those things. 10 years down the line, let's say I was living that life, where would I be? How painful would it be to live that life and be in a constant state of wonder of, what if I had made that choice? What if I made that decision? But in order to believe in yourself, you have to be able to make that uncomfortable choice. You have to be willing to take risks. Because trust me when I say this, if you guys have seen my stories and you know everything about that, I was in a constant state of fear when it came to just socializing. Like, that to me was the hardest thing, the most painful thing that I could do. And I could have lived that life where, I was just timid. I just wanted to be by myself, be alone, be an introvert, and do just that. I could have stayed there because it was comfortable. I didn't mind it. It wasn't painful enough. But if I look where I am now, what I'm doing now, I can't imagine if I didn't take that risk, if I didn't take that leap and make those uncomfortable choices day in and day out, I would have never lived this life where I am fulfilled. And yeah, I waver in and out. I'm not going to act like I'm this perfect person living in this perfect bubble and I don't ever have to make hard choices, or I don't wake up in days and feel unmotivated, because it happens. It happens again and again. It'll never stop happening. But the key behind it is that I now have a why. I now truly believe in myself. I know my worth. I know my value. And I know I am qualified. And the more you tell yourself that, the more you listen to those voices, choose those voices over the ones that are telling you you're not good enough, the more growth that happens. The easier it becomes to make those uncomfortable choices because you truly believe in yourself. Because the only person that stops you from doing the things that you want to do is yourself. And I've had to learn that the hard way, unfortunately. But it really is our duty to listen to the voice. Not the inner critic voice, the cheerleader voice, the one that is telling us, you're awesome, you're amazing, you can do this, let's go. That's the voice we need to listen to. That's the voice that is going to help us make that choice. And it's so easy to listen to that inner critic, because sometimes the inner critic wants you to stay in your comfort zone. They want you to just sit back and not do anything and just chill out in this state where it's not too painful, but you're not trying too hard. That state is nice. I will tell you that. It's a fun state to be in for a while, but it's not long term. And it is not an answer to the problem. Listen though, the path to get there is going to be challenging. And if I tell you it's a straight shot, I would be lying, because it's not. It's going to be something like this. You're going to have those days where it's like, all right, I got this. And then you're going to have those days where, nope, I don't got this. Things are going great. Ooh, it's not looking good. It's over and over and over again. But the more you go on that path, the more that you strive for that long-term answer, that long-term goal, that chatter that you hear, that consistent chatter that will probably never go away, it becomes more and more silenced. You just hear it less and less. So if I can leave you guys with one thing today, is that we all have a choice. We have a choice to believe in ourselves. We have a choice to get out of that comfort zone and do the things that we really want to do. And we have a choice to stay in it. And that's okay too. If you choose to stay in the comfort zone and you're not feeling too much pain, that's fine. But if you feel like, if you have even just the tiniest feeling that you were meant for something more, that you have more to give to this world, listen to that voice. Before I end today's video, I just wanted to quickly announce that spots for my one-to-one coaching are open. And I'm going to leave the link in the description. And if you have the slightest inkling, if you just want to know more, feel free to message me. I'm going to leave my email below, my website below. You can check everything out there. But if you're a parent and you're looking to level up on your personal growth journey, you want to gain more confidence, you want to ease that anxiety and that stress and feel confident that you can manage those emotions and see that as a reflection in your kids, I urge you to sign up for the consult. But I'm going to leave that link below as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.